all set to be blown away. This video will make you unable to speak. The case between the SEC and Ripple is finally coming to a finish. Experts predict that the price of XRP might hit $280 within a few days, which is quite fantastic, but let's get this straight. This bullish signal has been developing for more than 5 years, and now our favorite cryptocurrency is poised to take off. Without further ado, let's get into the disclaimer. You will regret missing this video. A historic moment is about to happen with XRP, and the crypto community is aware of it. The lawsuit that has plagued Ripple for almost 4 years is finally coming to a conclusion, as recent events suggest that the SEC's case will soon come to a finish. XRP holders are getting ready for what might soon be a revolutionary change in the market. Brett echoed the sentiment of a whole community that has been yearning for justice when he tweeted, "SEC case cracking, and the floods coming for investors hold tight." PeerCrypt added the XRP versus SEC case is about to conclude, and if these rumors are accurate, XRP's price may see a sharp increase. The SEC, led by Mark Wada, has lately withdrawn from a number of well-known court cases, such as those against Coinbase, Binance, and Consensus. This suggests a possible shift in regulatory approach, which has many people thinking that Ripple's case will be the next to be resolved. When Judge Analisa Torres declared that XRP is not a security, Ripple's 2023 victory sent the stock skyrocketing, 101% in a matter of days. However, the decision was only partially successful. A court-imposed injunction prohibits Ripple from selling XRP to institutional investors, which is still one of the largest obstacles to Ripple's full-scale expansion. A former SEC official even implied that the regulator is searching for a way out. According to an industry expert, Ripple has the financial means to pay the $125 million fine imposed by the court, but without these limitations, it's the institutional access that really counts. If this injunction is lifted, market expansion may occur that is unlike anything XRP has ever witnessed. As the SEC prepares to settle its case against Ripple, financial giants may begin incorporating XRP into cross-border payment systems, solidifying its standing as a global asset cryptocurrency. XRP holders should prepare. This is not merely conjecture. It is supported by actual legal movement. If Ripple wins the case in its entirety, the doors for XRP may open. The best XRP tsunami is coming, so prepare to ride the wave of prosperity because your patience is about to pay off handsomely, as the Chancellor put it. As the legal issues are resolved, XRP is poised to become a major asset that might be widely adopted in the financial sector if Ripple wins a significant court case. We may soon see one of the most spectacular rallies in cryptocurrency history, but it will just get more fascinating for years to come. Victory and institutional players step in, with analysts predicting jaw-dropping price targets, including a potential 21% surge to 280. The excitement surrounding XRP has reached a fever pitch. However, what if I told you that all this time, XRP has been quietly building momentum, getting ready for a takeoff unlike anything we've seen before? This is the moment that XRP holders have been waiting for. And the crypto is pumping, declared XRP, capturing the market's increasing optimism. Steph tweeted that there would be an XRP breakout, but these aren't only arbitrary forecasts. Prominent crypto researchers are pointing to significant historical trends that indicate XRP may be about to undergo a significant dark phase. Defender has drawn striking parallels between XRP's current price structure and its 2017 cycle when the asset skyrocketed from fractions of a cent to its all-time high of almost $4. In early 2018, according to his analysis, XRP has been consolidating for 51 months longer than its previous accumulation phase, while market volume has increased nearly fourfold. This, he argues, sets the stage for a breakout even bigger than before. His chart suggests that if the 2017 pattern repeats, XRP could surge past $280 in 2025, marking a 12.21% rally from current levels at press time, making such a move seem almost unfathomable. And yet history shows that when XRP moves, it moves fast. Interestingly, former Ripple executive Dilip Ral has reignited a long-standing debate, stating XRP is not meant for retail. Every single XRP will be like gold. This suggests that XRP's true value may not be in day-to-day trading, but is a cornerstone of institutional finance used for high-value transactions by banks and financial institutions. If that's the case, the real RP price discovery might still be in its infancy. This supports yet another startling assertion. Although that number may seem absurd, many in the XRP community believe that with full regulatory clarity and widespread adoption, XRP's valuation could soar far beyond what traditional analysts expect. If $10,000 seems too extreme, there is another bold forecast gaining traction. Analyst John Squire recently tweeted that XRP will hit $54 by March 31st, guaranteed. This isn't the first time bold XRP predictions have surfaced, but what makes this one interesting is its near-term time frame. If accurate, it would mean that XRP is about to go on a parabolic rally within weeks. Some market analysts argue that the 2007 one-market cycle is no longer relevant in predicting XRP's future price action. They point out that macroeconomic factors, regulatory landscapes, and market structures have shifted significantly since then. However, there's one undeniable fact. XRP has survived one of the longest legal battles in crypto history. And it's still here as regulations loosen and institutional demand rises. XRP could be entering an era where its price is no longer dictated by speculation, but true utility and adoption. But what if I told you that XRP Ripple could soon take over the world? Yes, you heard that right. There's a real possibility that in the near future, XRP could be the go-to crypto for millions or even billions of people around the globe. This isn't just hype. This could be the most bullish signal we've ever seen. So XRP is more than just a token. It's revolution in the making. As Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple's CEO, famously said, XRPF, when probably 2025 this year. 2025 could be the year that XRP makes its move into mainstream financial products in a big way, and it's shaping up to be a pivotal moment for the cryptocurrency. Now, if you're wondering why an ETF matters for XRP, let's break it down with an analogy. Imagine ETF functions as a basket that contains a variety of assets, much like a fruit basket. Instead of purchasing each fruit separately, investors can purchase a basket of orange apples and bananas, which simplifies the process because they don't have to investigate each asset separately because it is already packaged in the basket for XRP. By being included in an ETF, it may be combined with other well-known digital assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum, making it more simpler for investors to purchase and retain XRP without having to deal with complicated exchanges or the unpredictability of regulatory obstacles. Following years of uncertainty brought on by the SEC's ongoing legal fights, the push for an XRPF is a significant milestone and indicates that traditional finance is beginning to treat the cryptocurrency seriously. As more investors are willing to include XRP in diversified portfolios, its legal issues may be coming to an end. This move is significant not only because it diversifies investor portfolios, but also because it indicates that XRP is beginning to gain broader recognition. The fact that companies like Hashdex, a leading asset management company, are expanding their NASDAQ Crypto Index US ETF by including XRP is a clear indication that trust is returning to the asset. A crucial first step toward global adoption is acceptance in conventional financial markets and ETFs, particularly those registered with regulatory bodies such as the SEC. If XRP is incorporated into a product that is readily available to mainstream investors, it creates the possibility of a completely new class of capital entering the market. One of the key elements that could propel the price of XRP to new heights is global adoption. Imagine XRP being the digital currency that drives cross-border payments in a future where every consumer, business, and financial institution engages with the cryptocurrency world in some capacity. As more organizations and global players start implementing XRP, it will no longer be a token for niche markets. Rather, it will become the norm. And like any currency or asset, its value will increase as more people desire it. Experts like John Squire have correctly noted that XRP is a revolution rather than merely a token. Beyond simply being a digital currency, Ripple's aim for XRP is to revolutionize cross-border money transfers by making transactions quicker, cheaper, and more secure. As this vision begins to materialize in practical applications and more companies embrace XRP, as XRP's use case expands and its inclusion in regulated products like ETFs increases, the demand for tokens will soar, and its price will probably rise dramatically. The best part is that the market is only just starting to realize what XRP may be, with forecasts ranging from modest rises to incredible price spikes. Although it's obvious that XRP is poised for a breakout that could completely alter the cryptocurrency market, this fascinating tale doesn't end there. Behind the scenes, a significant event is taking place. The ongoing accumulation of XRP by whales is certainly an interesting development, but what does it mean for the larger market? It's important to realize that the movements of large holders in any asset class, especially cryptocurrencies, can have a significant impact on its price. Whales have been quietly accumulating massive amounts of XRP recently, but why should we care? Trust me, the implications are huge and could completely change the game for all of us. The dynamics. Despite some bearish market pressure over the past few months, whales' large investors who hold substantial amounts of XRP have been quietly but steadily increasing their positions. Data indicates that even when the price of XRP fell by almost 30% in February 2025, these larger investors didn't pull back. Instead, they continued to buy the dip, confirming their belief in XRP's long-term prospects. We have previously observed this trend, which is called a buy-the-dip technique, in other markets, but the stakes are higher with XRP. Whales continue to purchase because they know that Monks, a prominent member of the XRP community, recently tweeted that XRP is more than simply a cryptocurrency. It's a financial revolution in the making. This couldn't be more true. With whales holding enormous sums of XRP, their position on the market increases with size. Some addresses are in control of 100 million to 1 billion XRP. It is evident that any change in their direction can lead to major price changes. These whales are no small players collectively. They own a large portion of the XRP supply, which means that when they decide to move, it can send ripples through the entire market. Now let's break it down at the current price. Investors need to hold over 434,000 XRP to become a millionaire. When XRP was trading around $3, that threshold was much lower. So as the price of XRP fluctuates, the number of XRP millionaires adjusts accordingly. But the key takeaway here is that these whales aren't just holding, they're accumulating more. In fact, data from Sentiment reveals that investors holding between 1 million and 100 million XRP have collectively added 200 million XRP to their portfolios. This type of consistent accumulation is indicative of something bigger, and these whales might be positioning themselves for a significant price rally. So why does this matter? For one, the sheer concentration of XRP in the hands of these whales means that any significant price move could see them unlock vast profits. But beyond that, these whales are typically sophisticated investors who are keenly aware of the potential catalysts on the horizon for XRP. Whether it's the pending approval of an XRP ETF, Ripple's continued growth in the cross-B payments space, or the broader adoption of blockchain technology, their actions are signaling that they're ready for something big. This is where things get even more interesting as the market develops and adoption increases. Whales are often essential in driving up prices because of their purchasing power and influence. which can cause a snowball effect. When the price begins to rise, more institutions and retail investors may follow suit, which can send the price of the XRP skyrocketing. The whales are well positioned to take advantage of this because their sizable holdings mean that even a relatively small price increase could result in enormous profits for them. And as the price rises, it may attract even more interest from smaller investors who wish to participate, further enhancing the price's effects. Surge, and the only thing left to ask is, are you bullish on XRP given that? This concludes the video. Thank you for watching, and if you found the content useful, please hit the like button. What are your predictions for the Ripple token? Please share them in the comments area. Most essential, remember to subscribe and leave a comment with your ideas or queries.